Yeah. Welcome back to the Klyph Notes podcast. Available everywhere you listen to your podcasts. I got a dope one for you, man. You know, it's been crazy to be able to connect with folk literally from all over the world now, man. Recent episode that we did with the homie Mark Ski from the UK. If you haven't checked that one out, man, I would highly recommend it. It was a really good one, man. This one that I have an opportunity to do is with an artist from the Southeast. She goes by the name of Alesi. And we just chopped it up real quick, you know what I mean? Talked about the music that she's making that's available, the music that's coming. We talked about doing little pop-up shows, which was crazy. And then we talked about her moves that she's made within the cannabis industry in terms of education, and it's a really good interview, man. Shout out to all of the streaming services, video conferencing that's available that allows us to do these, man. So this interview is really cool. Also wanted to make sure that everyone was aware that there are definite ways to support the Klyph Notes podcast. Obviously, wherever you listen to your podcast, encourage you to just rate them and comment. It does a lot in growing what we're doing here. And then if you want to support in a very tangible way, there's ways you can do that as well. We got the Patreon situation up. If you go to patreon.com/DJ Klyph, it makes a difference, man. So yeah, man, check out the Patreon. We're going to try to use that to grow communities and build that way. But in the meantime and in between time, man, let's get into this next episode of the Klyph Notes podcast with Alesi. Ha! Support for the Klyph Notes podcast comes from Akepele Apparel, an idea born from a love of hip-hop, funk, and soul music and its surrounding cultures. With fashion being a huge visual part of the cultures, they've created expressive images to pay homage, invoke nostalgia, and showcase the elements that make up the lifestyle and cultures of these genres. Akepele, apparel for the music lifestyle. For more information, check out akepele.com. That's AKEPELE.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show you're about to listen to may contain explicit content. So guess what? You need to put them babies to sleep. This is for grown folks only. So we're not held liable for anything you might be offended by. Thank you for listening.
Yes. Yeah. Welcome to another episode of the Klyph Notes podcast. Available everywhere you get your podcasts. Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Yo, and brand new, man, we on Audible now. So now you can check out your audio books and then click over and check out the Klyph Notes podcast with a bunch of dope interviews. Not because of anything that I did, just because I've had an opportunity to talk to some really dope people. So yeah, man, check out the Klyph Notes podcast now on Audible. Make sure that you follow and rate and comment. It goes a long way in, just supporting the movement, letting people know that we out there. Be sure to share it all over the place. So yeah, man, we on Audible. I'm pretty excited about that. Really excited about this episode too, man. Have an opportunity to chop it up with an MC from the East Coast who I've been introduced to just recently. We're gonna talk about how that whole situation happened, but without any further ado, yo, introduce yourself.
What up? I'm Alesi. I'm C. Like he just said. Yeah, man, I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So the introduction goes, shout out to the homie Rick Chavez and like the homie from way back, J57. He said, yo, let me slide this joint to you. And I was kind of taken by it, man. And that was my introduction to you. The I Love This Life joint. So first off, dope record. Really dig the record.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Been playing it on the radio show. You know what I'm saying? So you getting love out here in the Northwest.
Awesome.
So I guess off top, man, let me know your backstory in terms of getting into hip hop, man.
So like I've always kind of like been into hip hop. In terms of rapping and everything like that, I didn't really start writing until I want to say it was like 19 or 20, to be honest. Like I've always been into like writing stories and stuff like that, but actually like writing music and whatnot, I didn't really get into that until like my college years. And then I kind of just like freestyled a little bit and I wrote a little bit, just to like let off some steam and whatnot. And then as 2014 came along, I distinctly remember that because that's when a close family member of mine passed overdose. I don't know what happened, but I was like, something clicked and I was like, let me take this seriously. Like life is too short. I was raised in a family where it's like, I'm half Middle Eastern, so it's like you got to be a doctor or a lawyer. And rapping is like not the path for that. But I think something happened, or that happened, and it just something woke up in me. So I started taking it a little more seriously. I started writing more songs and whatnot. And then as like 2016, 2017 rolled around, I took it even more seriously. I studied under an MC that I knew was really like crafted. He's had his craft honed in very well for like the past 20 years. So he helped me out. And here I am now. So I realized after a lot of studying and really understanding the industry that, at first I wanted to be signed. And the more that I learned about how the industry works, I realized that in order to be signed, you have to have an amazing following anyways. Like, if I have that, why don't I just keep that for myself? So I'm not looking to be signed. I'm going independent all the way. I want to be able to speak my French but wipe my ass when I want to, pick my daughter from school when I want to, all that. So, and I mean, I want to own the rights to everything. So who would, so that's me. That's where I'm at.
That's what's up, man. And it's interesting because obviously we hear quite a bit about that right now in terms of people owning it. I mean, I think we've heard that throughout time, you know what I mean? But recently, like on a big level, we've heard that specifically about, the situation of owning your masters and more peeks behind the curtain of the music industry, and more people speaking to the idea of being independent because we have the capacity to do so much now.
Yeah. And there is just so much that I didn't know before I really delved into it, like the publishing aspect of it. If you don't own your own publishing, that is so much money that you're leaving on the table. Like, just a lot of little things.
That's what's up.
It's also taken me a little bit of time to really get out there, get my music out there and all that, because I wanted to have all my ducks in a row. I'm really interested in wanting to get my music licensed, which for those of you who don't know what that is, it's, getting your music in TV and video games and all kinds of media out there. So, I'm just trying to have as much passive income as I can, to be honest with you. Like, the hype is dope. It's cool to be the center of attention and everything, but when all that is said and done, 20, 30 years from now, I'm really trying to like be in this game. I'm looking at the long game here. So
that's what's up, man. So like I said, man, we've been playing the joint on Welcome to the Neighborhood. I really love this life. And I mean, that's the one joint that I've been playing, but you have other music out there. You dropped the visuals for that one, which is just a fun video. I think it was really cool the way you put that together. But aside from that one, man, I know you dropped some other singles, man. Talk about some of the other singles you dropped recently.
So the first single that I actually dropped before ILTL, it was a song that I wrote for my daughter. It's called Better Days. And that's the first song I actually dropped on Spotify. Like I said, I've been trying to get all my ducks in a row legally and whatnot before I started dropping. But that was dropped in August, if I'm not mistaken. Then, like I said, I just dropped ILTL. I'm going to be dropping another single November 19th. And then in December or January, I haven't decided. I'm waiting on the visual and whatnot for that. But I have another joint that I'm dropping. It's going to be a Wu-Tang remix. And I'm just dropping either every month or every other month. I'm dropping singles. Like, I'm just regurgitating out all the shit that I have. So we just going to be shitting on them.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And just so that people are up on how to tap in with you, because you're gonna be dropping this music. So aside from hearing it on my radio show, what other ways can people be sure to know? Like, all right, let me follow Alesi. Let me make sure that I know when she's dropping stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. If anybody has a Facebook, you can just type in Alesi Music. You'll find me there. Instagram, you'll find me there. Type in Alesi Music. Once you get onto either of those platforms, you'll see in my bio, there's a link there, and it has all of my other links. YouTube. If y'all want to be so obliged to help a sister out, I got my PayPal on there. I got my Spotify. You can even just search me, Alesi, Alesi. You'll find me there. Where else am I at? I think that's and Apple Music as well. So basically, all major streaming platforms. Type in Alesi Music, I'll pop right up.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I wanted to ask, man, because like I'm an old head, you know what I'm saying, and so I have a and I was born on the East Coast, so I have an affinity to a certain sound. You know what I mean? So when you like, how do you categorize your style as an MC?
So I don't want to put myself into a category, to be completely honest with you, because there's music that draws to me that I naturally just like to rap to in a certain, like a particular style. But at the same time, like, bro, I'm not trying to sound corny, but like, I'm really on a mission to like change the perception of how people think about the hip hop industry, about our community, about just us as minorities. So if I can hone in and I can change my sound a little bit to cater to the youth without deteriorating anything about me and my sound, I'll do that. If I'm vibing to a trap beat, I'll do it. Like, anything I can do that I can connect to my audience, and if I'm vibing to it, I'll do it. Shit, I'll do a classical joint. I don't give a damn, like some Beethoven. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to put myself in a box because, like I said, it sounds corny, but it is what it is. I'm really trying to change the mindset of even older heads, younger heads. The world is crazy as fuck right now. And the one thing that people can all relate to is music. So, like, I got a big responsibility that I put on my shoulders, but, like, I intend to follow through with it. Whether it takes me 15, 20 years, I look young for my age anyway, so I got time.
That's what's up, man. Chopping it up with Alesi. Well, let me say this, man, just from my perspective as a consumer of the art that I've heard from you so far. One of the things that I really appreciate is just lyricism, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And production, how production is done, how folk make beats, this, that, and the third. I think that we've always seen that to a certain degree in hip hop. You know, we used to say there are subgenres in hip hop, right? And I still think that that's the case. But to me, the one constant, you know what I'm saying, of real MCs is people who are lyricists, people who do what I've heard from you thus far, man. So just the way that you spit, you know what I'm saying? I think that everybody can't do that. And I think you've shown thus far that you have, regardless of what style beats you choose to rap over, man, just keep with the lyricism. And I think that, that's going to keep you up here. You know what I mean?
So I'm trying to reach an audience, so they gonna hear me. They gonna listen.
That's what's up. So you dropped a couple places that people can tap in with you in terms of Facebook and Instagram Live, and are you still doing the regular every Saturday situation, the live stream?
Yeah, so the live streams, I live stream simultaneously from Facebook and Instagram. So I'm going to be doing it this Saturday as well. It's at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch me every other Saturday. And then if you, for some reason, missed an episode and you want to catch me, I have all of my episodes on my YouTube. So go ahead and type in Alesi Music and I'll pop right up. You'll find my music videos. You'll find all my singles on there as well. You don't feel like going on Spotify or anything like that. Everything is there as well. That's what's up, man.
On those videos, you've done a couple things that I think are really dope. I think it was September where you did like the live show situation, which I thought was a lot of fun. You know what I mean? Just interacting with the audience, especially in these times where you can't really get out, you know what I'm saying, and reach your audience. So what was the sort of the idea behind doing that? Was it simply just that?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, like I said, COVID, like you said, nobody can get out right now. So now that I'm wanting to put more of my music out, it's time for me to start performing and whatnot. Actually, yesterday, I kind of got a wild hair at my ass and I went out to like a downtown really poppin' area and I just did a little pop-up show. So, and I'm going to be doing that more periodically as well. So I'm just, trying to get it where I can. And another thing is like, I don't know if any rappers are listening or local rappers. In terms of like showcases and stuff, they do a lot of that, in different states. And like, it's kind of bullshit. Like not too many people come out to see you. It's just like a friend of a friend. And like, to me, like my spirit has been telling me that if I really want to be more serious, I got to make shit happen myself. So COVID's not going to stop me. Nothing needs to stop me if this is what really like what I want to do. So, I'm going to start doing more of these pop-ups soon. I have, it's just literally a small boom box and I plug my mic into it so I could just go wherever. I just park up and I go.
That's what's up, man. Catch Alesi like on a street corner near you, right? Yo, one of the other things though that I think is really cool that you've done with your platforms is you've really worked to educate people on the cannabis industry, because I know that's a part of your movement as well. Using your live streams too. I know that there was one that you did, like you were like, if you want to know about how to get into the industry, like I'm gonna talk to you about that. Can you tell the audience a little bit about your movement in the cannabis industry?
Absolutely. So to anybody listening, I just want everybody to know and understand that my music is equally as important as my cultivation life. So I have been cultivating cannabis for 10 years now, commercially. So I've grown for large companies. My last job, I'm in the process of going into a different job right now, working with a different company. But my last job, I worked with a large facility out here in Florida as research and development coordinator. So that was a lot of fun. I did a lot of testing, creating new strains, all kinds of stuff. So I'm very, very well versed in the cannabis industry. That being said, it is so important to me and so imperative that I get the right information out, because with rap music comes cannabis. Like that shit goes hand in hand. And a lot of things that I see is just like people thinking that there's certain things are good quality when it's not, and you're actually poisoning your body if you're not looking at medical grade, if you're not really aware of the type of cannabis that's being grown and how it's being grown and how it's being processed, where it comes from, everything. Like, a lot of us minorities in the hip hop community, we really like to talk about our cannabis. And, a lot of us like to say like, oh, it's for medical use and this and that. And like, it's bullshit. It's not, because as a whole, we don't have an education, a foundation of what we really should be putting in our bodies. Look, if we trying to rise up and not be the minority anymore, and we trying to educate ourselves, we need to put shit into our body that's really helping us, that's really getting our mind right. We can't be poisoning ourselves anymore. If we're sick of all the other fucking bullshit, we need to get ourselves right so we can really, do the best things that we can, be the best that we can be. You know what I'm saying? So that's the part that I'm just trying to contribute to our community.
No, that's dope, man. And it's dope to see your passion. And I think, like I've learned, there's a podcast that was based out of Portland called This Is Cannabis, and it was a dope educational podcast that I used to listen to, because there is so much that you simply don't know. Like you said, having an understanding of where this product is grown, what soil is it grown in, and how, like you said, you're putting that in your body. And then other groups here in Portland who are really, shout out to Miss Oregon, groups who are really promoting the idea of how can minorities be successful within the cannabis industry, and you touched on that, man. What has your journey been as a minority female in the cannabis industry?
As a minority female in the cannabis industry, what I will say, without ruffling any feathers from other people that I have to work alongside with, it's definitely, you have to move up the ladder at much slower rates. Even just being a person of color, let's be real, all the money is in the Caucasian community. All the real big dollars, especially here in Florida, you have to have millions of dollars in order to have your own facility. So our hands are not going to be all up in there. So to me, the way that we can get a step closer to that is educating ourselves. We need to know and understand. If we can have more people with more scientific backgrounds, people of color that are in the cannabis industry. We got to do, it's like a numbers game. You know, the more people that we have of color that are, look, a big thing that I find in the cannabis community is there's a lot of fucking stoners. There's a lot of people that just like to smoke and get high. They like to say that they grew cannabis and like they're ballers and this and that. And it's like, we look at you as a joke and you're making it worse. Even like women, not even women of color, women, period. Like, there's a certain standard that I feel like we all have to adhere to, either being women or being people of color, in order to break a lot of these misconceptions, because like it's going to keep going. It's going to keep continuing, you know?
That's what's up. Yeah.
So we have to do a lot of things to just rise up. Like I tell my kid, always do extra shit so you never get in trouble.
There it is, man. There it is. You know what I'm saying? That's conscious.
So,
I think it's, once again, I think it's dope that you're using your platforms the way that you are to educate, because a lot of times we don't know what we don't know, right? We move and we operate based on our life experience, and we don't understand that oftentimes there's more to it. So big ups to you for what you're doing with that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna keep doing.
Do that, man. Do that. So like we talked about, man, you got more music coming. I mentioned briefly my connect came through Rick and Jay. Rick recently, I guess Rick and Jay actually recently started the label Chavez Sound. How did I didn't ask you that. How did you connect with them even?
Rick connected with me, I guess, like, 'cause when he was starting this company, he was just searching for female rappers, and I guess he was just looking for somebody different. That not the same standard rapper that I guess you find nowadays. So I guess he liked what he saw, and then he reached out to me, and I liked what he had to say. And it honestly, like, it's kind of been a really good match so far. Everything that comes out of his mouth, I'm happy with. I don't feel like I have to question his integrity, which is really, really big. For me, like, that's huge, because if I don't trust you, if we're not vibing on the same level, like, I can't move forward with you, because if our energies clash, like, it's going to hold me back, and I don't have to. So, and then from there, I met with Jay. Well, I didn't meet with him personally, but we met through the internet and whatnot. Unfortunately, we do live in different states, so hopefully the time will come where we can actually meet in person. You know,
right.
That would be amazing.
No
so,
doubt.
But for now, like, I'm really happy partnering up with him. It's been good so far. So hopefully we're just going to keep pushing out more content and just keep our heads down and keep doing what we do. No
doubt. Music available now on Chavez Sound. Shout out to the label, man. Shout out to you, like I said, for the work that you're doing. Real quick, man, I just got, speaking of shout outs, I got to give another shout out to Akepele Apparel, who supports the Klyph Notes podcast. You can check them out at akepele.com. Dope apparel. We getting into the colder months up here. I know it's probably going to be like 90 degrees all year down there, but
it's so damn hot.
But yeah, man, check out my folk, akepele.com, Akepele Apparel. So speaking of that, are you doing, like, if people want to tap in, you already let them know they can hit you on the PayPal, but are you thinking about doing any merch or ways that people can, support your movement?
Yeah, I actually do have merch out right now. As of right now, I don't have a website up or anything. So I've just been posting, like, if you connect with me on any of my social media platforms, you'll see that I post all the time about merch that I have right now. What a big thing that I'm pushing, because I do work in the cannabis industry, is something we call slaps or stickers. It's just a huge thing in the cannabis culture. So if you're into the cannabis culture, I have plenty of slaps for y'all. I got magnets, all kinds of stuff. I'm working on actual clothing right now, but I'm gonna be real with y'all. If I'm putting a price out there for y'all to put your hard-earned money to, I want to make sure that the product is quality. So I did order a couple pieces of merchandise, like hoodies, and a couple t-shirts and sweatpants. But I need to put them through the wash, and I need to, like, use them a little bit. I need to make sure that they good, because when I put my hard-earned money to some type of merch, I want to make sure that it's good quality. And, like, I look young, but I'm in my 30s, and maybe I remember quality clothing, and they don't have that anymore. So I like to put quality to my name. So that is coming out soon, y'all. Just read on it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Alesi Music. Yo, Alesi, one more time, man. Let them know if they're trying to tap in. Where are you most active? Because I know I know you putting a lot of content out.
Yeah, I'm most active, like I said, on Facebook and Instagram. Just type me up, Alesi Music. You'll find me. I'll pop right up.
That's what's up, man. Yo, just let me once again, man, say thank you so much for taking the time. I know you obviously you break it down how busy you are, man. So that does not go unnoticed. Thank you so much, and just glad to have you. Having this platform. Know that you have this platform up here in the Northwest as you continue to put content out, man. I got you.
All the love is so much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Alesi Music, man. Stay on the look for more from her, from everything from DJ Klyph Productions, Klyph Notes Podcast, Welcome to the Neighborhood Radio Show, all of that. And if things ever open up again, man, maybe we can even get you up here to rock a mic check. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, man, I would love. I've never been to Oregon, so just there's all kinds of things out there. So hit me up.
That's what's up. Once again, man, the Klyph Notes Podcast is available everywhere now, including Audible, so you can check it out on your favorite podcast platform. If you have comments and questions, you can hit me up at klyphnotes@gmail.com. You can also check us out at klyphnotes.com for all of the episodes of the podcast. But if you rock with us on Apple Podcasts or Audible, be sure to rate and comment and and share and let people know that we out here. All right, y'all, until we have an opportunity to do this again, y'all be blessed. Peace.
Thank you.